So it's been a while since I've picked up the camera, almost about a month or so, but there's going to be a full-on summary of what's been going on in this past full month and an apology for why I haven't picked up the camera. And this will be basically, today will be an unedited day in the life. There will be no cinematic cuts, no nothing, just full-on raw. And right now at 9 a.m. I have 2 sales meetings and I have a bunch of other stuff to do. But yeah, see you guys later. And the man is actually late, so we'll just probably chill here for about another 5 minutes or so and call it quits. And I have another meeting in around 2 hours or so, so I don't know what I'm gonna do until then. Maybe do some work, but yeah. So the man of the hour himself isn't actually here, so I've been waiting for about 15 minutes. Okay, so I'm just gonna go back to editing, and only real ones know what this is for. I think 2 or 3 viewers will know what this is for, but yeah, there's gonna be some clips of this later on in the video. I'll have to blur that out, but whatever. Alright, see you guys later. So I just finished the meetings, and I only attended one of them because the other one didn't show. The other one I just hired a new setter, so looking forward to what he's gonna be able to do for our team. And yeah, a lot of new things that are coming up soon, and looking forward to everything. You'll get a full breakdown, but right now I'm just gonna go get some fast food from my favorite place, Dave's. And yeah, I'll see you guys later. So it's been a couple of, I think around 2 to 3 weeks since I've made my last video, and main reason is to be completely honest with you, I kind of lost motivation in the sort of sense where I was making videos, but I couldn't keep up the cinematic aspect of it, right? And frankly, I wanted to keep the exact same style of what I was doing, but it just turned out that I just couldn't maintain that while having my business running on the side, because I have my agency, right? And then I also have my personal brand, which is the YouTube. And it wasn't until like 2 to 3 days ago when a viewer who's watching, hello, I edited a video for them, and then I got that sort of motivation back because I realized how much I love editing. So here's a recap of everything that's happened in the past 2 to 3 weeks, because a lot of good things have happened, a lot of bad things have happened, and frankly, I don't know if I'm getting closer to my goal or not. So let's get straight into it. So the first biggest thing that has happened over these past 2 to 3 weeks is the fact that I have gotten a new mentor. And originally I had a mentor who, he was all right, but we just weren't on the same level as to what I needed from him versus what he needed from me. And it kind of turned into a different, how do I explain it? It just turned into a different level of who needed what exactly. And I got a new mentor, and he might be watching right now, so hello. But yeah, and I'm utterly grateful for having him, because he's definitely given me the sort of mentality and given me the clarity what I needed in order to reach my next steps. And all in all, that just goes to show that the people who you surround yourself with are the ones that are going to get you to the next level, right? Because whether you are at 0K a month, making your first $100, 5K a month, 10K a month, it doesn't really matter, because if you don't surround yourself with the right people, it's kind of futile, you know what I mean? So I'm super grateful for having him as a mentor, and I don't know if I can say his name because I haven't got permission from that yet, but he's probably one is like, that day of me getting him as a mentor is probably like one of the top 10 best days of my business career in these past 2 to 3 years of me going from running a social media marketing. It was something that I did a while back, and then me being a copywriter and now being a Meta ad or an agency owner now who does ads, Google ads, etc. So this guy is so amazing, and yeah, I cannot express more gratitude that I have him, someone who I can rely on. Almost I see him like as a father figure of sorts, that I can just talk to him for pretty much whatever, and it's pretty much it. So now to go into the bad things, which was I have probably hired around, I believe, 10 people, and none of them have really reached the standard of which I want them to perform, right? Because I want to get to the point where I can, trust people with my business, such as reps and stuff. And right now I've hired 2 people, but the thing is that I can't physically start what I want to do, which is dialing business owners, because I have a full strategy. I spent nearly a month and a half on this strategy, and I'll most likely reveal this strategy after I find some success with this. And I was even talking to my mentor, and he was saying that this is such a really good strategy, etc. And I was putting all of this into ChatGPT as well, and AI. It was saying that if you are to land a client within your first month, you have a 90% chance with this strategy, and the following months, 2 to 3 months, are a 95 and 97%, and landing 3+ clients after a month or so is like a 40% chance. So even with this strategy, it's pretty much guaranteed for me to hit 10K a month consistently with binding contracts. The problem with this is I can't get my dialer set up. That's the problem. I can't get the actual landline that I need to call business owners. And I don't know if that's through because I'm too stupid to set it up, but I've been trying for nearly 2 to 3 weeks in setting it up, and nothing has been working. When I say nothing, I've tried literally everything, where I've used probably the most unknown service. I've used N8N as well, trying to set that up. I'm actually in the midst of setting that up with one of my reps. And the thing is, nothing works. Nothing at all works. Either I have to use government information. I even got a new debit card because one of the software that I was planning to use in the first place said that there was some high risk with using my debit card, which doesn't really make sense, right? So all that goes to the fact that I needed some way to figure something out, and I've came to 2 options that I need to set up by Monday. So today is Thursday, it's 2 p.m. right now. I just came back from school, and I was thinking, I haven't made a video in a long time, I should get back to YouTube, and here's the video. So 2 options. Number 1, I'm using Twilio, which is basically I don't know if people who are going to watch this video in a couple years from now know what Twilio is or if it's popular or not, but Twilio is basically like some sort of dialer of sorts, but it's a lot more complicated. And then another one, which I know none of you guys have heard of, which is MyPhoner. And that's another one that I've planned out. And when I say it's super hard to make a decision on which I want to use, it's really hard because MyPhoner charges you per seat. That's normal. So $50 per 2 reps. So I have to pay for my reps, right? I have to pay for my reps seats. That's fine. I'm a business owner. I have to provide for everyone. That's just the rules, or the unspoken rules. Now I have to also pay for balance when calling my reps has to pay, or I have to pay for my reps call balance, which doesn't really make sense because not only am I paying for seats, I'm also paying for call minutes, and it's 2 cents per minute, which isn't that much, right? When you think about it. However, when that adds up to my strategy, that costs me around $200 to $300, sub $300 a month just to run the strategy. And whether it's going to work or not is one of the most important things. But I think that's such a fundamental thing that everyone needs to understand, which is people usually try to take risks. They take risks, but in reality, it's not really risks because there's no risk involved. It's just, I made a decision, which is not something that you want to do. A risk is like what I'm doing right now. I don't know if this is going to work, right? And I don't really want to spend that amount of money knowing that it might not work due to X, Y, Z. And the other option, which is Twilio, which is you don't actually pay for seats, but rather you pay for phone numbers. The thing is, on Twilio, you have a higher chance of getting your phone number marked as spam, which is unfortunate. But you only pay $1 for the phone numbers, and you pay per minute, which is around 1 cent compared to the 3 cents that is on my phoner. But the problem is that Twilio is super hard to set up because it's a lot more code based. You know what I mean? So all in all, there's good things and bad things about both of the services, and I need to make a decision by Monday or by Friday because I've been delaying it for. I don't think it's no, it's not been delaying it, but rather I've been delayed so much over these past 2 weeks, which I was supposed to set this up and get it done 2 weeks ago, but so many things have popped up and so many things have came, and roughly I don't really know what to do, but all I know is I just have to keep on moving forward. And yeah, last and final thing I want to say, I apologize for not posting as many videos. I will try to get around. I know I've promised in the past where I was gonna get 2 to 3 videos done a week, and things have just popped up. And I know that's just excuses, and frankly, I understand. And for the people who are watching in the future, I just want to say that I'll try to post around 2 to 3 times a day with either 2 to 3 times a week, Monday, Wednesday, or Monday, Wednesday, Friday. I'm not sure yet, on business lessons, recaps of the day, etc. And all I want is that I stay consistent and, I don't forget why I started this path. And the craziest thing is that with my strategy, I can see results within a month, and that could even mean that I stopped going to school. I stopped going to my community college, not really, but I take high school classes there, and that could just be jeopardizing for my whole business and my whole life. And I don't know what to do, but I'm happy that everyone's watching, or everyone who's watching the journey so far can see how I started and where I'm going and what I can do for the future. So all in all, hopefully, if you guys want to see a vlog, if I make it, if this strategy works and everything, if you guys want to see a vlog of me with my mentor in like 6 months time or whatever, I don't know. It's some stupid idea that I had, but hopefully that happens. I just have to get my life together and figure out what the next step is for me. And thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you all soon.